Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. How will the teams actually move in a single file, starting with Rwanda, followed by Malawi, Nigeria, then Mozambique.
Good luck. We're anxious to see you there. Good afternoon from Habarone. We say Dumela. And well, it's a match day 3 of the International Cricket Council Under-19 Women's 2020 World Cup Africa Qualifier. Day 3 here. It's time for action. Match number 2. Rwanda is up against Malawi. The battle of East and Central Africa. Right there in the morning, we saw that Uganda getting trumps up over the home team Botswana by 143 runs. Botswana only able to get 38 as they chased 181 set for Uganda. Take us through the Malawi squad.
Afternoon, viewers. Malawi will be relying here a lot on their fielding. Very good fielding side, young side. Their skipper, Kunanjani Kananji, will be one of the danger players to watch out for, getting 4 wickets in the previous game for only 11 runs, getting man of the match in that game. So a lot to go for, a lot on her shoulders to marshal this young side here. Sierra Leone, of course, will be fighting hard here. I beg your pardon, Rwanda. They'd want to make sure that they capitalize inside that power play.
Talking about that, earlier today at the toss, it was Malawi that won the toss and elected to have a ball. Rwanda will take that in good faith and they will have to bat under sweltering conditions here, the searing heat conditions, the humidity is heavy. Been struggling. I've never seen it hotter than this today. Well, cricket is an outdoor game and it's time to play cricket outdoor, not an indoor sport. Sungeni Kanaji, the captain, will be there. Ules Chelali, Monica Ndimpo, Lucy Malino, Katrina Chingaipe, Angela Lumbe, Alinafe Alfonso, Febe Malefula, Masi Kundiba, Linda Zienda, Charity Madi, Stella Charles, Lucy Bigula, and Sofina Chinawa are on the park to do some fielding duties for Malawi. Umpires standing in the middle right there. Justin Muzungu and Lanton Rusere. Justin, the local boy from Botswana, and Lanton Rusere, the celebrated African umpire from Zimbabwe, who stood and mixed it and mingled it with the big boys in one-day internationals, T20 internationals, and test match cricket. Well, we're happy to have the big boys as match officials in town in Habarone as well. Reserve umpire for this match is Isaac Oyeko from Kenya, and the match referee is watching this one as well, Mr. Owen Chirombe from Zimbabwe. Ball number one. Kanaji is there, right, left arm.
7.
Four runs to get things started here for Rwanda.
Lucy Malino, in fact, being the opener from the generator end here. Not an ideal start for her with a full toss going for 4 there and also being a no ball.
She steps out of the crease because it's a free hit. They'll only take one. Rwanda are hungry for runs. There was a chance for a scary second. They withdrew from the attempt. The allure of quick runs is on here for Team Rwanda. Malawi winning their first match.
First ball there, Merville Uwasi. Someone that they rely on as well. Very accurate left arm bowler. Comes in with a very high action over the top. Oh, full toss there. Uwasa hitting it straight back to the bowler. She'll be very disappointed with that. Malawi have struck first blood. 6-1.
Yes, 6-1. Uwase does play for the senior Rwanda side. She is the keeper batter for this team. She is promoted to come and give the scoring rate a high tempo, a full toss. She can't muscle it out of the park. It gets up high at the high end of the bat. She perishes trying to go for glory. Well, there is Gizelle Ishimwe on the non-strikers end. We saw her hitting a boundary fast ball up. She's got to be the go-to batter for Team Rwanda. But it is one wicket down already.
Yeah, not ideal there, particularly being a full toss. She could have hit that anyway, really.
Lucy Malino. From one senior batter to another senior batter, Henriette Hishimwe. Right there, getting not one, not two, but three to get off the mark. These are senior players that Rwanda has sent up front to do business.
Very impressive start from her there.
Just give Joe a call, please.
Very good energy.
Sharp.
Right in the middle, kept out.
Yeah, Lucy Marlino is one of those bowlers that really excited me in the last game due to her action and the way her accuracy is really, really high. She bowls wicket to wicket, targets the stumps and says, if you miss, I hit.
For me, all the left arm bowlers I've seen in this tournament have been exciting.
I agree with you totally. I've seen some very quality from the lefties.
Right in the middle again, but they set off like a rocket.
Giselle Ishimwe seems very hungry for runs there. End of the over, 10 for 1.
10 for 1. Allow me introduce you as you'll introduce me to, because the first over came onto us very quickly. It was done and dusted before we could even get the introductions out of the way. Good afternoon, John Mokokwe, former Botswana international, a coach, now in the comms box. How are you doing and how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, thank you very much. Excited and happy to be in the comm box, learning from the greats. Coming from the duck pond end here will be Katrina Maliamu Chingaipe.
Yes, Chingaipe will look to continue to do the hard work and return the favor like Lucy Marlino did by picking up a wicket, even in an over where she did go for a free hit and was hit for a boundary of a no ball. So interesting to see that these Malawians, these Central Africans, already have a win in the bag.
Oh, glorious cover drive there, 4 runs off the bat. Giselle Ishimwe looking very ominous here.
Giselle Ishimwe, senior batter, she was here last September with Team Rwanda. She got a century in one of the games with the senior team. So she's not new in this area. She is playing like a local girl under familiar conditions.
Yeah, that was a world-class shot there from her.
Just hit straight to point, but the running is immaculate. Henriette and Giselle look at each other, the two namesakes there, and off they go, the Ishimwe namesakes.
Yeah. Malawi will want to be a little bit tight on these singles. I always say it's okay to get a hit if one gets smoked past you, but you don't really want to drop and run early in the 30 in the power play. It's demoralizing for the bowler because they can't set a plan to a particular batter.
Very well said, John. They got work to do, Malawi, and it's time to work. You don't wear the national colors if you're not ready to die for your country. Another one piercing through the gap that is racing away. The electric outfield does the rest. 4 runs to the total. Henriette showing Giselle, I can do what you can do. After all, we are namesakes.
Yeah, Chingaipe will want to pull her length back a little bit here. She's just overpitched a couple of deliveries and she's been punished for it. Malawi will be still disappointed with that fielding as well. They need to be tight, they need to stop the ones, they need to make sure that they're putting the bodies on the line.
Right into the block hole. That was
better. Well fielded there by the captain Sungeni Kananji, leading by example there.
Was dipping in on her. If she had played across the line, it would have been a wicked time.
Yeah.
Hit powerful in the covers.
Run out chance. Close to the wrong end.
And there's a chance for the second. The backup is poor. Lessons to learn.
Yeah, Malawi being a little bit rattled here by the intent from Rwanda. Rwanda being firm and positive in this power play. Batting with a lot of energy, a lot of intent. Catching the Malawians off the back foot a little bit here.
I don't want to see the Malawians drop the energies in the field. They're playing his own side in Rwanda in a virtual quarter-final. The
Rwandans have been extremely aggressive in their running here, which is really good to see.
Very athletic.
They've taken everything and more that has been available out there in terms of runs. I'm very positive. That experience from Ishimwe coming through.
Of course, they're being coached by a Zimbabwean who has coached the Zimbabwe team. He's coached the Namibian team, women's team, and now he's here coaching the Rwandan team. He's been in Rwanda for the last 4 years. Mr. Leonard Namboro. Straying away from the line, bowling almost at the 5th stump line. Wide still be.
It's been a big over so far. She'll need to just ensure that she closes it out nicely. 1 ball to go here. She want to just focus, settle herself down, and aim to get a dot, ideally. Ooh, struggling here to close out the over. Another wide ball. Score moves to 24 for 1. It's the 1 delivery left in the over.
24 for 1.
1.5 overs.
Flying away, Rwanda in the power play. 12 runs per over.
Yeah, there's been some very good intent here. They've put away every loose ball that's come across, except from the full toss that took the wicket. One run to close off the over there. Aggressive appeal there by the Malawian team. End of the over, 25 for 1 after 2.
And rightfully so.
26 for 1.
And rightfully so. They had every reason to find voice there with the appeal. Direct hits and normally close affairs.
Yeah.
Malawi fancying their chances. Hey, stay calm. Malawi, Central Africa is watching. Rwanda trying to keep pushing for the quick runs, hitting the loose balls to the boundary.
Just to get onto the field here, they've got their two fielders out of the 30 are a deep mid wicket or wide long on rather, and a deep fine leg. They've conceded a lot of boundaries on the offside. I'd imagine that as a captain, I'd possibly want to have a sweep on the offside rather than a deep mid wicket, or potentially bring in fine leg. Try and close that cover gap. Nice, Lucy Malino getting 2 dots here to start the over.
Very good bowling there. Full and straight. She's asking the batter for her driving license. And well, you can only respond by playing a straight drive to such a delivery. Looks like she's still in driving school.
Good patience shown here by Gisali Shimwe. No need to throw anything away. It's been a good start for the Rwandans. Still a long way to go. 4 dots on the trot there by Malino. getting back to what we are more accustomed to from her.
Hit high up in the air. Who wants it? Ooh. It falls short, and then it has some legs to travel because of the backspin on it. Rwanda will take 2, but they will have a heavy sigh of relief. Surviving danger.
Very risky there from Giselle Ishimwe. Her patience running short there from those 3 or 4 dots. Deciding to go for it on the 5th ball. Wide ball there from Alina. She'll be disappointed with that. She needed to just simply close off the over here. She'll be hoping that extra ball doesn't go the distance. Single to close off the over there. 30 for 1 after 3.
Pulling down that run rate from 13 per over to just now 10. They need to keep fighting back into the match with every passing over. There's no shortcut in this game. You work hard, you get the fruits. The outfield is electric. If you batter, you pierce the gap. The ball runs through to the boundary. If you're bowler, you bowl straight. You're asking the right questions, just like the previous over. Lucy Marino doing very well. Katrina Chingaipe must look to borrow a leaf.
Yeah. As you know, similar to batting, bowling is about partnerships as well. She has to back up that good over there from Malino.
Finer edge, call it a leading edge down to 3rd man. One come through for 1.
Yeah, Chingaipe has decided for her 2 fielders she wants a 3rd man and a floating deep square leg. Not exactly on the boundary. Interesting there.
Taking some pace off the ball right there and keeping it straight. If they have no pace to work with, they look like they're in the run short of ideas, these Rwandan batsmen. Full toss. There is cover in the deep mid-wicket. Is beaten by the backspin. She didn't get her full body right behind the ball. She pays the price. And it's welcome runs for Rwanda, who are playing here with some bit of industry.
Yeah, the bowler's got the big kettle pot out there. She's not happy with that fielding effort, really. Malawi would want to do better on such things. The field set was perfect, actually. I wasn't too happy for a new bowler to be bowling with deep square leg unless she's going to bowl a few bounces, but clearly they know what they're doing. Back on the money there. Innocent, sitting at 35 for 1 here, Malawi. What kind of total would you think Rwanda, what kind of total do you think they'll be targeting here?
Rwanda have the potential to get more than 150 runs, going by the look of things. And if they don't pick up early wickets up front, they were lucky they got one off a full toss. Marvel, who was getting dismissed of that heavy full toss. But Marvel is gone, yes, senior player, but there is the Ishimwe namesakes, Ishimwe and Henrietta. Then there's Belize Murakatete to come. She's also a senior player.
Oh, a lot of experience in this young team. Looking at Rwanda so far as well, they look very well drilled. They respect the good balls, put away the bad balls, push hard for the singles. They look very, very well drilled. Credit to the coaching staff there of the Rwandans.
In Kigali, back home in Kigali, Rwanda, have done very well to bring in the expatriates to do the coaching. They have a technical director, for me, a World Cup hero for Kenya, Martin Suji, who played with Joseph Angara, who is coaching Botswana. He's a technical director back in Kigali. And he has people like Leonard Namburo from Zimbabwe to work with. You find that they pull their weight. You find Leonard coaching here the girls under 19 level, but he's also coaching them at the senior level alongside the local boy Bryson Bijingo, who is the tall lad you see in the dugout there.
Yes,
He's the assistant coach. They've done very well. Rwanda just held their own tournament where they had teams from Brazil, Germany, the Kuibuka Women's Tournament. Yeah, Botswana was part of that. But again, you feel that they're doing a lot. They also had an elite league, getting the best players in a tournament and sharing them in 6 franchises to play in an elite league. So all these players have game time on them, and that's invaluable.
Tremendous.
Hit powerfully. Where does it go? All the way to the side screen. Half tracker muscled all the way to the side screen. The generators will be welcoming that one.
Definitely powerful shot there from Henrietta. Malino over pitching slightly. Beg your pardon, it was Giselle who hit that. Namesake's confusing me a little bit here.
You can see that.
Very good single there. Very good single there.
They bring all the seniority, all the years of hard work as teenagers growing up in a small town there, Kichukiro, in Gusabo, in Gishenyi, and they bring it to the fore here. The Rwandans, they're trying to show we are young, but we've played this game for quite some time, and truly so, because you will see the same people playing for the senior side, these Rwandans, and trust it that they have the structures in place. And the structures give them the chance to be able to show off their talent in abundance, because Rwanda could have fielded here in another team and they could have been playing as well.
Full toss. Hit through the cover point area. 2 runs there for Giselle.
No run right there.
.43 for 1 still. Rwanda going again for a quick single. Misfield there through the covers. Coming back for 2s, Giselle. Giselle running hard back to the non-strikers end there, taking on the arm of the fielder. Great cricket awareness there by Giselle.
And those are things you don't see a lot at this level, but Rwanda is showing all that to you in just under 6 overs of play. They've shown you the big hitting skills, the kick running, the awareness, and to notice that the ball is being hit on the left hand of the right hander. All those things are being brought to the fore by Rwanda up front in the innings. Leonard Namburo and Bryson Bijingo, the 2 coaches there in the heart. must be happy alongside that woman's representative for their team, Sonia Owimana. More runs, more singles. The laxity in the fielding. They have been asking questions and questions.
It's the end of the over here. Rwanda sitting at 47 for 1 after 5. Bowling change from the duck pond end. It's gonna be the skipper, Sungeni Kananji. She's got some pretty interesting rituals that she does as well before she gets into her work. More superstitions really than anything. Similar to Lasit Malenga, who like to kiss the ball sometimes. She's got a similar sort of, from time to time, she'll do something. Deciding to take on the job herself here. Also bowling with a deep square leg and a third man as her two fielders out there, out of the power play. Good start there from the captain. Bowling to Harriet Ishimwe.
Big edge on that one.
Yeah, Henriette really fancied that one there. Ball coming off the edge down to third man for 1. Definitely gave it the kitchen sink. Rwanda would want to get 200 from this position, really. They're going at almost a 10 and over. Lots of 9 wickets in the bag.
Big appeal for leg before wicket.
Yeah.
It was straying down the leg. Never a chance.
Yeah, huge appeal there from the captain. Very emotional sort of character. She got very emotional when she got her Man of the Match award. Or Player of the Match, rather. Got very, very emotional.
I felt sorry for you.
She leads with her heart.
That is...
Yeah, I found out it's a lot different being in front of the camera than behind the mic.
I wasn't feeling sorry for you for that particular incident. I was feeling sorry for you on how you could get... That is a fantastic shot. That is screamed through the offside. Scintillating.
What a phenomenal cut there from Giselle. Kananji just spraying a little bit there, a bit of width. End of the over, 54 for 1 Rwanda. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Wycliffe Chimwonga joining me in the commentary box. How are you, Wycliffe?
What's up, John?
Oh, very good, thank you. Rwanda looking ominous here.
Yeah, definitely. The way they are playing.
They've taken that power play there, going at 55 after 6 overs. They definitely want to click and make sure they get in excess of 150, 160.
Yeah, very true. That's actually a good start for them. I think from now they're actually...
So a bowling change from the duck pond in there. Sorry, Alfonso Ilinafi. Alfonso coming into the attack from the generator end.
I think from now they're actually going good. That's a wide there. Just go wide. They managed to run again. I think these two batters, they actually were in the game right from the first start. They actually like that 3 runs which they ran. I think it was actually a sign to the opposition, telling them we are in the game. We are into the last ball of this inning.
Yeah, I've been very, very happy with the running. I think this is the most aggressive running I've seen in the tournament thus far. Another team, Malawi, are very good runners between the wicket as well.
That's a wide again, drifting down the leg.
She's struggling to control the swing, it would look, because it's going wide straight from her hand. She might want to maybe hold it across the seam a bit there.
Yeah, most definitely. Because we can't be giving extras here in this at this point, start of the game here, just after power play. That's a good ball there.
Oh. It's a very seam-dominant side. Without last game going without any spinner at all. Not sure if they do have one in the ranks. And from the looks of it thus far, Rwandans like the pace coming on.
Yeah. But these two batters, I think, are actually more comfortable with the pace. So yeah, I think Malawi must look at actually bringing some slow bowlers in through to see how it goes. That's a good ball there to mid-wicket, chance of a run. Yes, they managed to get a one run there.
Yeah, Giselle Ishimwe batting here on 35 of 26 balls. She'll want to click on and get a real big one here. Henrietta has been very, very good as well. Has been running hard.
That's a good shot there, driven straight to mid-off. That's a good fielding there. Yeah, I think this the two batters here, Giselle and Henrietta, I think they're actually on a driving seat where they could actually finish this whole 20 overs, the two of them. Looking at the way they are batting right now, I think they've actually have the potential to finish this whole 20 overs. That was a good shot there from Giselle. Another good ball there from Alonso, and they never managed to take that one run of the mid-on region there. There's a good backup from the Malawian ladies here. A wide ball going down leg.
Alinafia Alfonso here needs to get back on target and ensure that she can build some sort of pressure. It's also critical that the field is in the 30 be as tight as possible. Rwanda have been allowed some few very easy singles, and that just adds pressure onto themselves.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I think they must actually. Oh, that's a good shot there from Giselle, going to the long on region there to scoop a 4 rounds there.
End of the over, 67 for 1. Giselle and Henrietta here. 61 run partnership. They want to make sure that they can make it a huge one here for their country.
Yeah, most definitely. I think they're actually in a good state to put more runs on the board.
In the last over, we saw a boundary going to mid on, straight to mid on, long on would have been. Malawi choosing to put that fielder towards mid wicket and cow corner area. Batter decided to just go straight.
Yeah, I think on that one, captain. I think she has actually she had an slightly in a good idea, because if you see most of these guys they're actually hooking the ball from the outside going to the leg side. So if the long one is much straighter, now it is in a position to actually miss that ball. So they're actually taking the ball to the slightly across the line to that region there, and that's a wide again from the captain. That's a good shot there for firecracking 4.
Henrietta going over the top there, 4 runs. Rwanda rollicking along here.
Oh, that's a good shot there. I think the Malawian side now, I think the captain now must look on shifting Yefut set like what she's doing now. Because if you see most of the guys are actually in the 30-yard circle. I think it won't be a good idea for them to keep the guys, since these 2 batters here, they are really on charge. I think to put the fielders at the boundary, they'll be actually much safer to save that extra 3 runs. Chance of a run out there. What a good stop
Great
there.
fielding there.
That was a good stop there from Linda Elise Zienda. Was on the short fine leg there.
Another thing with them being such a seam dominant side is that it's pretty much the same thing. You know, they did have the variation of the left armour, but apart from that, same pace, same thing. Nothing to really change it up a bit.
That's a wide again.
And these Rwandan batters look really set here.
Yeah, I think this guy they actually said, like I mentioned earlier, there is no threat from the Malawian bowlers to restrict these 2 batters, Giselle and Henrietta, to stop them to score runs.
Yeah, just a quick update from the B field here at Botswana Cricket Association Oval. Mozambique batting first. They are 29 for 6 after 8 overs. Nigerian doing very, very well there. Mozambique will want to pull themselves up and do as they did last game, ensure that they at least bat their 20 overs. And continue to put a lot of pride on that badge.
Yeah, I think Mozambican side, I think they've been actually lacking on putting runs on the board. I think that's the most area which these guys supposed to work on.
Very, very new team to cricket. There's a lot of talent in that side, and they showed character after being bowled out for 19 in the first game, coming back in the next game and scoring over 80 and facing the full allotted 20 overs. So there is a lot of courage there, a lot of skill, needs to be enhanced and developed.
That was a good shot there, punched off to the offside by Harry Nater, taking one run there. Swing and a miss.
There's a clear show of intent here by Rwanda that they want to put the foot down now and really push for a big total.
Yeah, definitely. They're actually looking at what Ino mentioned earlier, 150 plus. They're actually in a good space to get the anything above 150. That's a wide again from captain Sungeni Kananji.
Definitely not easy out there. Very hot day, no breeze to speak of, flags fairly flat. Malawi feeling the heat here.
Yeah, I think
Both literal and figurative.
yeah, I agree with you, John. I think that's a wide again. I think these guys, the way they've been playing now, with these extras coming on to play, I think they'll be actually demoralized by the way they are bowling, the way they are fielding, the field set, actually, and then those two batters again, they actually punish them for those small areas.
It's nice to see that there's still some encouragement out there. Lots of hand clapping, lots of encouragement for the skipper.
Good ball, good comeback there from Sungeni Kananji, bowling a dot ball.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that impressed me in that last sequence of events, Kananji dashing behind the stumps there, possibility of a run out. I find sometimes in our club cricket, bowlers don't get behind the stumps even though there's a chance of a two, when the batters are running two. Showing good discipline there, nice to see.
That's drinks break.
End of the over, 77 for 1 on Rwanda after 8 overs. Going very, very well here. Bit of a drinks break here. Due to the heat, umpires being very, very lenient and ensuring that everybody stays healthy and hydrated. Alfonso to continue from the generator end. Bowling to Henrietta.
That's a good shot there. It's chance for a run out. It looks like Giselle is the type of a player who wants to take those singles. She runs hard through the wicket. There's a good shot there from Herinet. Getting that one run.
That wide long on coming into play again. But now Giselle plays very well straight, so you might want to maybe bring that long on a bit straighter there.
Yeah, definitely. Good shot there. Managed to take one run. Yeah, talking of that wide long on, I think now is up to captain and the vice captain to actually notice the better to shift him, coming in, going wide again. That's a full toss, a thick edge there.
The free hit, call no ball. Oh, very good fielding there on the boundary. Run out opportunity here.
What a good piece of fielding there.
Febe Malefula doing some great fielding there on the boundary. Free hit here for Henriette.
There's another full ball, full toss there.
Lovely shot there from Henriette, using her feet, getting that on the full toss and putting it away for 4. Rwanda moved to 86 for 1.
It's the replays playing, it's always forwards.
That's a wide ball.
Malawi is struggling to stem the run flow here.
There's a good ball there. A good shot from Henriette, taking 2 runs off.
Seems that it's Lucy Malino there at the generator end there. So Alphonse out the attack.
Full toss again. Punched away. Oh, that's a 4 runs there. A good shot from Henriette to bring the over. And the score is 93 for 1.
Rwanda up to 10 runs and over.
Seven.
There's a change of a bowler there. That's Taylor Charles coming in to bowl her first over, coming from the dark pool end. That's Gisela on the strike. She swept it away down there to deep square. Scoop a 1 run there. Another good shot there from Herinator through the long on region there. That's 4 runs there.
Not the 10th over, after 9. This is first ball. Second ball.
To bring the score to 98 for 1. Chance for a catch there. They managed to take 1 run. I think the Stella chose the ball. I think she was actually lazy to go for that ball. I think from I thought it was actually going to be a easy catch. That's a wide ball there, caught by the umpire, Justin Mzungu.
$100 up coming up there for Rwanda. 100 for 1. 9.3 overs.
That's a good shot there from Gisele, driving the ball down straight to long off, taking that single.
Yeah, one thing the players, these young ladies will learn is to sort of how to get a wicket as well. I think they're sort of almost waiting for the batter to make a mistake at this stage.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. That's a good shot there from Herinator. Fielder behind the ball, didn't manage to kill the ball. It goes for a 4 runs. What a good shot there from Herinator to bring the score to 105 for 1. What a good shot. I think these two batters, they actually set now to an extent whereby they're actually playing their game without fear, without even any threat from the bowler.
Yeah, they're on course for 200 here. Malawi need to find a way to restrict and ask some challenging questions of the batters.
Another good shot driven down the ground. A bit of a fumble there. They managed to take 2 runs. What a good run there between the wickets between these two batters, Giselle and Hernet. And that marks the end of the over.
End of the over here, 107 for 1. And that brings up also the 100 partnership between the namesakes Giselle Ishimwe and Henriette Ishimwe. What a phenomenal partnership it has been. Aggressive, positive from the onset. Not just in the boundaries, but also the running between the wickets has been world class, really, to be honest. Ali Nafi Alphonse coming back from the generator end. Lucy Malino giving way.
What a good shot there from Giselle Inwe to take a 1 run. We have news here coming from the BCA2 ground. Match between Mozambique and Nigeria. Mozambique, they are currently on 39 for 9 after 11.2 overs. That's a 1 run there from Herinet, punching the ball straight to long off there.
Oh, well ball there by Alphonse.
That's a swing and a miss. The ball was actually straight to her stumps. Trying to play that ball straighter.
Giselle Ishimwe, they will have to go 43 of 34 balls. Well batted by the opener.
I think that's a good breakthrough from the Malawian ladies. As
Yeah.
for now.
Is it possible to get highlights?
That's a new bearer coming in. Her name is Belize Murekatete. Walking to the crease.
KUBEN?
That's Belize Murekatete facing his first ball of their innings. That's a dot ball there.
Yeah, that wicket sparking the Malawians back to life. Lots of encouragements, lots of shouting there, lots of encouragement for the bowlers, clapping.
Yeah, I think they really need that wicket, the big wicket for Giselle Ishimwe, because she was actually a threat to the side, a threat to the bowlers. A good ball there from Basile. The chance for a run out. Oh, she couldn't hold that ball. That was a big chance for a run out there.
Yeah, Henriette just trying to do what she's been doing, and that's press and put pressure on the fielders through her running. Almost losing her wicket there.
There's a dot ball again.
And that's then over 109 for 2 after 11. That was a great over, only yielding 2 runs and getting a wicket. Very, very crucial there. It's that type of bowling that will really get them back into this game and
Yeah,
hopefully restrict the Rwandans to somewhere in the area of 150.
yeah, definitely. I think I actually need those 2 or 3 overs like that, so that they actually restrict the Rwandians to put a bigger score on the board. A good shot there from Herinet, driving down to long off. Chance for a second run there, but the fielder was actually fast, throwing the ball back to the bowler. Taylor Charles continuing from the duck pool end. That's the new better Belize Murekatete taking her guard.
The Malawians would want to bowl full and straight and make the Rwandans hit to the long on and long off areas.
That's a wide signal by the umpire. And a quick run there again.
Another thing regarding the running of Rwanda, it speaks a lot of their physical conditioning.
Yeah.
Obviously, the coaches have now gone through and put in a lot of efforts with them there on their conditioning, allowing them now to be aggressive in their running and show a lot of intent.
Yeah, 100%. I think there's a good shot there, straight to mid wicket. Quick run. Yeah, this actually shows that the running ladies, I think they're actually fit. They're actually prepared for this tournament. Yeah, I think they've been actually good. That's a good ball there, driven down through long on from Bellis. I think again she's actually a bit of a straight bet. She actually left to drive the balls down the ground.
Well, you'll note that Stella Charles is bowled very, very straight in this over, and that's what you want to do. You want to force the batsman to take the hard option and hit across the line, and bring in a bit of risk there of the stumps.
That's a wide.
Clearly, that's her plan, and that's why she keeps erring on the leg side there, because she's trying to target the stumps and bowl as straight as possible, and bring in her long on and long off there.
Yeah, most definitely they have to bowl straight now, and put the fielders to the perfect spot so that actually restrict this guy. Bellis. That's a good shot there, driven down the ground through cover region. Then that's a 4 runs there.
Phenomenal shot there by
That's a
Henriette.
good shot from Henriette there to bring the score to
50 up there for Henriette. Very, very well batted there. She brings it up with a scintillating cover drive.
Oh, that's
showing her class and poise there from the senior national player as well.
It's actually a good shot and good innings for her. I think now she is at that point where she's actually set and she's not even scared to play her shots.
Yeah, 100 is on for the taking. Yeah, she'll be thinking.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think she can actually adjust. That's a quick swing there, driven straight to cover, chance for a run out. They miss. There's no backup. Yeah, I think back to your point where you're saying the way they run, like between the wicket, I think these ladies are actually fit.
Yeah, they've been really, really conditioned well. Henriette doesn't look like she's broken into a sweat yet.
Yeah.
Her body language is still upright and positive, pushing every single hard.
That's
sensational fitness levels from them.
Yeah, definitely. That actually shows how prepared were they to come to this tournament. And they're actually showing it now. They're running hard in between the wicket there. I think there's been a bit of a shaky from Malawian fielders there. Their backups, slightly the way they attack to the ball, I think they actually need to adjust from that, especially playing with a good side like Rwanda. That's a quick swing there through the cover region. That's Bellis taking that 1 run, bring the over, and the score is 122 for 2 after 12.
Alphonse to continue here from the duck pond end, sorry, from the generator end. She want to continue to bowl as full as possible. Ooh, very interesting field here. She's got her mid-on up. New batsman, so understandable. Mid-on and mid-off being brought up there, asking the batter to go over the top.
I think look at it now, bringing those fielders in since it's a new batter, but I think she actually does it. Big shot there for LBW, chance for a run out.
Yeah, let's see if they drop back for the set batter here. Captain Kananji has to be aware that Henriette is batting well. Yeah, she's batting on 50. Surely give your bowlers some protection there. Possibly missing it in the heat.
Yeah, they'll be actually frustrated, the Rwandan side, if they don't get to a big score where they can actually bowl relaxed. That's a good shot there from Hernet, who's actually set in the game. And a good ball also from Alinafe Alfonso. I think now she's actually bowling straighter, like what you mentioned earlier, John. They don't want to keep on putting those extra. That's a good ball again, bowling straight to the wicket.
Yeah, it's very clear that she's also aware of the bowler's plan, and she's trying to get inside and target that extra cover area. She's a favorite area of hers.
That's a good ball again, driven down straight to cover. And there's a fielder behind the ball. That's to mark 3 dot balls in a row.
Yeah, it's important that she doesn't give away her wicket here simply because of 3 dots. She recognizes the moment that there's a chance for big runs here for her.
There's another full ball there.
Ooh. Very tight run there to mid-on.
But a good run from the 2 batters, Yarunet and and Belize. What a good run right between the wicket. I think they're slightly.
That's the end of the over. 124 for 2 after 13 overs.
There was a small break there from that chance of a run out when the ball mistakenly hit his legs. That's the bowler Alfonso getting struck by the ball. Yeah, now I think now she's back on her feet, ready to bowl. The last ball of the 13th over. Swing and a miss there. That's a dot ball to finish off the over. The score is 124 for 2 after 13 overs. Joining me in the com box is Florence Samanyika. How are you, Florence?
Tired, man. It's so hot. I don't know how the players are taking the heat in.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the conditions here in Botswana, I think it's actually since we have a desert here, I think yeah, somehow these players, I think they must adopt to the conditions. That's why you see the guys are bringing in water time and time again so that they stay hydrated.
I've lived here for all my life. I still can't adjust to this heat.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's Katrina Malyomi Chingaipe bowling her third over. Yeah, so what do you think about the game? Looking at Rwanda, they had a good start and they're actually going for it. So what a good shot there from Yerinet through the deep square region there. What could be the good? Actually, looking at it, they had a good start. Now they are sitting on 126 for 2, just after 13.2.
Yeah, it's definitely a good start for Rwanda, but a pretty bad one for Malawi. I mean, if you look at it, Rwanda scoring the big numbers is not a surprise to them. It's what they've been doing throughout this whole tournament. I have to say, though, you can even tell from the stance of the batsmen that they're really going forward for every ball that they're getting. Whether it's a good ball, they're making sure they're getting an opportunity to put some runs on the board.
So, can we get, or are we looking forward for a 200 plus year? The first ever big score for the tournament here so far?
It could be possible when you look at the boundaries
What
they're
a
getting.
good shot there from Basil Mrekatete, punching the ball harder through the long off region, bringing it a 4, getting the score to 127 for 2.
Lucy there at extra cover, slightly late on the ball past her, and not having backup at long off is a disadvantage for Malawi.
What a good shot. Quickly taking that single there, chance for the second run. And there is a miss field there from the fielder. And the batsman managed to get back to take the second run. I think the Rwandan ladies, I think they were actually in a good space of the way they run between the wicket. I think it was been pretty impressive. And if you look at it, the singles they take inside the 30-yard circle, I think they actually shows you the awareness of the batters to see what they really need, what they really want from this game.
You're definitely right there. And if you look at the goals in the 30, the slightly further away from the batsman, and that's what makes it easier for them to get those quick singles right in front of them. Katrina takes her right at the back foot right there. And that is the much needed wicket that they were needing to take a break and to decide what they're going to do to carry the game forward and maybe get Rwanda under 200 right there.
Yeah, definitely. I think from the 12th over up to now, I think they had slightly a bit change from the way they are bowling. Now they're actually bowling straighter. Whereby the batter will actually tested to play her skills, to show her skills. Because if the ball is actually going straighter there, then you miss the ball. It's definitely going to contribute to such things. LBW, you swing, and then you miss. Then yeah, that's a wicket. I think that's a break from Malawian side to take that wicket, bring the end of the over. And the score is 133 for 3, and the new bearer is Genieta. No, sorry, I beg your pardon. The new batter is Herineta Isimbi.
So
I think Malawian, the Malawian side, I think they actually need this break so that they can actually stay focused. That's a foot toss again. No ball caught by the umpire. The bowler is Alina Alfonso. I think she must actually stick to balls, straight balls. They can't be affording to bowl such no balls.
you're definitely right. And at this point of time, Henriette Shimwe is definitely looking to go over the top. It is a free hit. Only a run out or hitting the ball twice is actually going to get her out. So she has nothing to lose there, and she fails to connect it properly. The way she's been hitting, I would have thought that she would have sent that by the side screen.
Yeah, definitely, boss. She's been there since ball one. Now she's actually relaxed, no threat from the Malawian bowlers. I think, yeah, that's the very time where she must supposed to be punishing the bad balls. That's a foot toss again. Hit down straight to cover, reaching there. Then the misfield from the fielder, good throw there. What a good run from these ladies.
Definitely, Rwanda is very quick between the wickets, and they're very, very aware of the match. Usually, we've seen most teams hesitating when there's just a slight misfield right there in the circle. They'd be ball watching, if you ask me, but Rwanda is doing it different.
Another wide ball from Alonso.
It's Alfonso.
There's another foot toss, punish, set to mid wicket, chance of a catch, then she dropped the ball, chance of a run out again.
That is devastating for Alfonso there. She definitely delivered the full toss, which could have posed a threat. And the mid-wicket drops it. It must have been hit very hard for her to drop it at that area.
Yeah.
She was very comfortable and she was already in place. Only thing she needed to do was just close her hands a little bit and secure that wicket for Malawi.
Yeah, definitely. I think they'll actually had that's driven straight here and go over the bowlers. Yeah, then a long off in place, misfield the ball. They managed to take 2 runs again. This actually shows how fit these ladies from Rwanda are. The way they run, the way they take those 3s, those 2s, those 1s. I think, yeah, there's a bit of an...
Looks like we're having an injury there at long off.
long off region there.
Lucy, that seems to be like Lucy must have the bounce to the ball must have hit her chin. That is a chance for the Rwandan batters in the middle and the center there to discuss their game plan and their game change going forward. But it doesn't look like she's hurt that much.
Yeah, I think this also gives Rwandan 2 batters to actually get some rest since they've been running hard in between the wicket. So yeah, at the same time again, I think to actually give Malawian side on making a better strategy how to finish these games, these remaining overs.
The medical staff working overtime. We've got the heat conditions taking a toll on the fielders every time. We have the injuries that happen, giving a break to both the teams. They're actually doing a very good job making sure that nobody is harmed in any way.
Yeah, I think she's fine now. The ball is ready to bowl. A fifth ball, sorry. As the foot was again punished right by Herinet. What a good stop there from the deep cover there. From the deep wicket region there. That's supposed to be going for a 4, but I think she struck that ball actually harder.
And the problem with Malawi here is that they're giving full deliveries to Rwanda, and Rwanda seems not to let go of that. They're taking the chance as given.
That's another ball there. Good straight ball.
And in swing, even the keeper didn't see that. Slightly tipped her gloves. And that marks the end of the 15th over, 140 for 3. Now you see what I was talking about. 200 seems a little bit far stretched for Rwanda here. We're looking at 180 at most.
Yeah, definitely with the way now the Malawian ladies, they are bowling. I think they went back to their drawing board saying, no, we've been giving extras, bowling outside of. It was not actually working to them. So now, yeah, they're actually in a position whereby they're going to restrict Rwanda to that 200, maybe 180 plus. They can actually manage to get it. And the captain comes back to bowl. That's Sungeni Kananyi.
The stance for
That's a
Henriette.
good shot there from Herinet. Straight to deep square, and Mr. Mzungu got it a no-ball 4. And that's a free hit. They're giving a free hit to the danger batter who's been there for a long time. You can't afford to do this.
And this is the second no ball that Henriette is facing. She couldn't do it couldn't do much with it from the other end, but let's hope that this time from this end she maximizes the chance.
Yeah, definitely. And we have a deep mid wicket in place. That's another no ball, full toss, and no ball again. The ball still remains a no ball. Free hit again.
The fielders at the boundary should stay on their feet, because when batsmen like Henriette, when they actually get a no ball and they've been in there for too long, they're very comfortable. They're free enough to swing their arms.
Yeah, again, I think going back to the way the free hit again punished over mid wicket there. 3 fielders run to the ball. Boundary 4. What a good shot there from Herinet. Fire-cracking shot there. Going back to the way these guys are putting their fielders in place, I think there's a little bit of a slightly mistake, because you can't be affording to put too many guys inside the circle. You have to put them back to the boundary so that they actually cover those boundaries, especially if you see those 2 batters actually hitting straight to the boundary. Then you keep on bringing some fielders inside. I don't think that's a good idea. What do you think, Florence?
You're definitely right about that. And if you look at it, they have third men in place, but third man is not actually doing anything. You know, you can bring third man in to short third and actually take long mid on to the boundary to at least save those 3 to couple of runs. Could actually be deeming worthy for Malawi.
Yeah, that's definitely. Now Herinet Teres, she's sitting on 71 runs of 48 balls.
That's a very, very dangerous batsman right there. You let a batsman stay in for so long, they will throw the bat at you anyhow, not even if it's a good ball. They won't let you get that good ball.
That's a slide of a chip there, going to short, fine leg. They're running hard. The bowler is behind the ball. That's a 4 runs there. What a good shot. What a good shot from Heruneda Isimbi. It looks like these two Herunedas, I think they're actually in the game. They understand each other. You can actually tell by the way they run between the wicket.
I'm seeing common names here from Rwanda. 2 Henriettes at the center there. I can see sisters as well.
Giselle Ishimwe.
And Henriette, the one inside as well.
Yeah. That's a good shot there.
Slightly far from the short third. And you see, that's exactly what they did. They brought short third in. Sorry, they brought third man into short and they pushed out mid on to the boundary. As they can see here, the 2 batsmen at the crease swinging the arms straighter and behind them as well. Nothing forward as much. That is a wicket much needed for Malawi. Henriette says goodbye. What a powerful wicket for Malawi there. That is one thing about Malawi. Although they're not getting any wickets, they're trying hard to finish the remaining overs of the first innings.
That's actually a good relief from the Malawian side. I think bring there's 2 new batters in. I think it's actually a good relief for them, taking out the danger batter here. Net managed to score 71 runs of 49 balls.
That is an amazing figures right there for a batsman in a T20. I tell you, even though she is out when she was not finished, I'm sure she is very happy with the figures that she has added to her name. And the new batsman getting ready.
What a good shot there, good stop, good piece of fielding there. And the new batter is Giovannis Uwase. That brings the end of the over, and the score is 1. We've been having more full tosses here in this match.
A lot of full tosses, more than I can count. I'm sure if I use my fingers and my toes, I'm sure it's more than that.
That's another one. The full ball again, hook down straight to deep wicket, deep mid wicket region.
I have to say, deep mid wicket is working. They're saving boundaries from there. But I wonder how she must be feeling fielding right next to the opposition team. A little bit of intimidation. Do you see it?
Yeah, definitely. They're supposed to be like that. But at the end of the day, these guys are actually wanting that extra run. And that brings the end of the 17th over. And the score is 159 for 4.
It has been a beautiful match to see. We're seeing a lot of boundaries and a lot of singles there in the 30. Wycliffe had to pardon ways with me and say goodbye, but in the commentary box, we're welcoming back the main man from Uganda. His team is doing absolutely well in this tournament, winning 3 out of 3 games. Mr. Innocent, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Did you have a good lunch?
Super lunch. I could do that lunch any day of the week.
It's my favorite lunch as well.
I love it. A little more spice would have done me better.
You like your food very spicy?
Spicy like an Indian. Call me a black Indian. But talking about Uganda, it's 3-3. Rwanda are here and they can do exactly that and make it 2-2.
Definitely, I see that happening right now. But Malawi not giving up though. Making a lot of changes, bringing in the taking out one of the best fielders they have, taking her to the boundary there. I think that is Linda.
Linda Zienda.
Slightnik almost hit her stumps. How lucky is the Rwanda batsman? Slightly, the ball just slightly deviated from her stumps. Could have been another wicket right there for Katrina.
Henriette Isimbi on strike alongside Giovannis Uwase. Going for power there. They say power is nothing without control. She needed some more precision on that to turn that single into a boundary. Square leg was up to the task, picking it up nicely and sending it back to the keeper.
And I've noticed a lot about the Malawi team here. They had a lot of chances to get the runouts, but because of those undirect throws there, if they made it a bit more direct, they could have gotten a lot of runouts. Maybe the score wouldn't be as heap as now. And they managed to get a much needed wicket there.
Malawi have been working very hard. They've worked their socks off. Rwanda may have had to score most of the runs in the power play, but Malawi are fancying and celebrating every wicket like their life depends on it, because it's a good workout in the field. Under searing heat conditions, wicket time just as they cross the 160 run mark, the people in Chigari, Kichukiro and Gahanga will be thinking they already have enough on the board to defend. But for Malawi, they wear their hats on the sleeves and they put their bodies on the line for the entire 20 overs when they're fielding, and they celebrate every moment that comes with it. What a way to go about your cricket. Trust your process and then go about and do the magic and do the hard work, and then you reap the fruits of hard work later in the day.
Very true. If they managed to get Henriette before she crossed over that half-century mark, if these wickets kept on falling, Rwanda would have been a little bit of a pickle. I'm sure the coach must have directed them, I want 200 and nothing else on the board.
Looking at the Rwanda dugout there, I see very many familiar faces, not only because I am a neighbor from Rwanda to Uganda, but because I've been around the cricketing circles and I see one senior player in the building, Sarah Uwera, arriving in the country earlier this morning and straight up to the ground to watch her young sisters play. Sarah Uwera, the keeper and the captain, former captain of the Rwandan team. You know Sarah?
Yeah, I know her. She was giving us a little bit of a trouble when we used to play with her.
Left-hander on strike. Left-hander doesn't get to time it very well, but the backup is full of intent. They've done well for me, Malawi. They won their first game in the tournament. They were shedding tears after that victory. Their captain, Sungeni Kanaji, couldn't believe she was the player of the match, picked up 4 wickets for 11 runs in that match. It's been a fairy tale for them to come here and play very well like this. You can hear them always finding voice while they're in the field.
Something that you will always see in the game of cricket. When the ball is being thrown back to the keeper, it always finds its way to the batsman's body.
Well, that was an ouch moment.
I would be scratching my body if I was the batsman. Seems like a hard one there.
It's alright, it's only flesh. If you were caned in primary school, there would be nothing. Or if you've been beaten by your mommy at home for some little indiscipline here and there won't be a case to worry about. A freebie of a ball. The batsman, the batter didn't attempt to go after it. If I was Henrietta Nsimbi, I would have been pouncing on that one and converting it into a half a dozen and getting my personal score into the teens. But well, she stays on 9 and she has a chance to play again. But she misses out on a glorious chance of turning 1 wide into maybe 5 or 6.
It was a poor delivery from Monica here. And she pounces on it, like you say. Unfortunately, half a dozen isn't it, but a boundary 4 would do it for her.
Boundary, because the ball was dragged outside of stump, found her blood in full flow, like she had pulled out the driver from her golf kit, and well, she guided that one with a powerful drive all the way to mid-wicket region.
And that is one way to end the 18th over.
The score is 166, 162, 166 for 5 after 18 overs. Florence Samanyika. These conditions out here, what do you make of it, Florence? How many more do you think they can get, these Rwandans, in the last 2 overs?
They're definitely gonna wanna push so hard, but 180 is my final bet. I don't see Rwanda going above 180.
180 gives them 18 runs in the last 2 overs. That is very much possible, but it is done and dusted across the over here. Nigeria lost a wicket in the first over against Mozambique while they chased 43. They wrapped that one up in quick time, getting to 48 for 1. Massive victory by 9 wickets. It's Nigeria that celebrate a big needed victory over Mozambique to stay alive in this tournament.
And that was a very much needed win for Nigeria after losing to Rwanda here on the A field. I'm sure that is one way they could have redeemed themselves.
In the zone, where does it go? Mid-wicket area stopped. The backup has been terrific from Malawi. They've been able to stop everything that has come off the direct hits that didn't yield the stumps to fall down. Marie Jose Tumukunde in to bat for Rwanda at number 7, ready with 2 runs to the total. Henrietta Nsimbi right there on strike. Just a touch and go from Henrietta.
I have to say, this is my first time seeing a right arm coming around the wicket. Is it because it was a lefty? Usually you'd see the right arm bowlers taking a stride to the side and coming in a diagonal angle to make sure they get that swing a little bit away from the front foot pad of the left batsman.
Trying to cramp them for room, I would say. Big sharp appeal for leg before wicket. Won't be a BW because was straying down the line. The run through for the second because the backup is non-existent this time round.
They were very, very sure about that one, that they forgot that they had to back each other up. And Rwanda took advantage of that, taking a single instead of actually a double from them.
Playing across the line and missing everything.
That was a great comeback there. I have to say that ball was a good delivery. Katrina coming back. Now the 180 seems a little bit far stretched. I have to say Malawi is trying to finish strong here with just 1 over remaining.
We've seen scores of 150 plus in this tournament. Namibia have 2 of those. Tanzania have 1. Rwanda are scripting 1 here. And well, Uganda did script the other this morning. Over the top, that will get the legs to go all the way to the boundary. That mid-wicket region, the cow corner area, has been peppered with some stray bullets. And that brings the total to 175. After 19 overs, Monica and Ndipo, they are suffering with the Halas ball being punished to the boundary. 180 doesn't look out like it's out of the picture. 6 balls, just the 5 runs to get. They could even get 15.
It all depends on who the captain for Malawi decides to give the last over to.
We're underway with the last over. Monica Ndipo. To bowl the last over here. By Justin Muzungu having a look around. He's in great company. Justin Muzungu, the local boy. He's got the celebrated ICC umpire there. Lanton Rosere from Zimbabwe. What can Ndipo do? High up in the air, who wants it? No chance for a catch.
A little bit of an effort would have given them the 6th wicket. She just fell a little bit to the front.
5 balls left in the innings of Rwanda. Monica Ndipo can give it all her best. Little change in the field settings for the right-hander. Long on is brought in to mid-on and mid-off is sent back to long off. And she bowls it further away from her. Good tactics being employed.
Making the batsman fish for it, creating a chance, an opportunity.
The only protection she has on the leg side is that one person standing at mid-wicket. Work to be done. She bowls a full toss and she only finds that one person in the deep. They're coming back for the second. They miss a run out. They have their hands on their heads.
A chance missed by Rwanda for the second time right in this over. I am sure Monica is not happy with that. She gave them 2 deliveries, 2 chances, and they did not take them by heart.
Got to grab all the chances you get with both hands. Malawi have done well, but if they priced out 2 more wickets, scorecard would have looked much better.
Another chance that's up in the air, and she misses it, giving a boundary to Rwanda.
4 runs to the total. 182 now. The chance went begging. She didn't judge it very well. She was running. She was trying to hold on to it fast up instead of running backwards to complete the catch.
The batsman looking to finish off with a strong note.
Melville. Maria Jose Tumukunde and Henrietta Insimbi. Wide deliveries.
Look at how eager Rwanda is.
Maria Jose Tumukunde and Henrietta Insimbi right there in the middle. 183 is the score.
The 180 that I anticipated has been long past.
And this is a beautiful strike to wrap it up. That was the penultimate ball that went to the boundary. Good shot over the infield. The fielding position was rather ambitious and being overzealous. At that particular moment, I would have gone for it.
But you know, when the captain has something in mind with the bowler as well, after they have a little talk, when they set a field, they expect the bowler to bowl to the field they set.
Rwanda finished on 187 for 5 after the 20 overs. They will feel very, very satisfied with their effort of having come out here. The opener, Melville Uwase, the keeper, vice captain of the side, didn't do much with the bat. But Henrietta Ishimwe, Gigel Ishimwe, doing very well, getting runs. Henrietta getting the half century, Gigel falling for 40 odd, then runs at the back end of the innings. Beris Murakatete, Henrietta Insimbi finishing with final flourish, and in company of Marie Jose Tumukunde. For Malawi, the bowling of Sungeni Kanaji, Monica Ndipo, Lucy Malino, Katrina Maliam Chingaipe. Very, very exciting alongside Stella Charles. They went for some runs, but it was inevitable because Rwanda kept piercing the gaps and pierced the gaps to fruition by getting runs on board. The score ends on 187 for 5. We'll be back in a jiffy with Malawi needing 188 for their second victory in the tournament.
And we're just a few minutes away from seeing how Malawi is going to come charging at Rwanda. That is it from us. We will see you in a few minutes.
Welcome back to the second innings. We can see the two umpires there walking into the field, and the two batters they're already in, looking forward to score some runs on the board, putting their team on the way they can actually win this match. And the two batters are Febimale Fula and Lucy Bigula. With me here is the most celebrated commentator from Uganda, Mr. Innocent Ndaula. How are you, say?
Fine, how are you? Well pronounced?
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy your shift as the lead commentator for this session.
Yeah, I'm enjoying every part of this tournament. Here with you, learning some tic-tacs from the legends.
Well, it's a learning process. We all keep learning, and we're here to learn. We never stop learning in this business. There's something new to learn every day. You've got to say and give a round of applause to Pitch Vision South Africa for bringing you these pictures live, looking crystal clear in full HD. Well done to Pitch Vision, boys. Belise Mrakatete is going to be bowling some military medium pace to Malawi batters. They have work to do. They must answer all the questions that will be put forward to them with nothing else but the bat, because they need 188 runs for victory, 9.5 runs every over. You can call it mountain to climb, but who says mountains are not climbed? This berries for you.
That's Berise coming from the dark pool end. She looks like she has a long run up there, and she actually sprints hard, hitting the deck there. You can actually see from the deliver side there the way she jumps. Can't wait for some good balls there. So for some good bowling, good pace from Belise there.
From everyone watching all over the world, special shouts out to the Abakambwe of Rwanda who are watching keenly. Berisha starts with a bumper ball. Chairman Abakambwe, Alex. How are you, man? You've got this one in the bag, surely. The party can start in earnest in Kigali. I believe you trust that the bowlers can get it home and dry for you. Two balls in, two dot balls.
That's Belisa there. I think she's actually a tall girl, and she clearly shows some good pace. You can actually see where the keeper there. She's actually behind. That's a good ball there. That's Febe Malufe, Mafe Fula, facing Belise. Murekatete. He's bowling hit that ball now. That's a good ball there from Belis and a good shot. Well blocked there from Febe. Talking of the field placement here for the running ladies, I think they are in for queue here. But you can actually see all the players are inside the circle.
The openers from Malawi, Lucy Bigula and Febe Malefula, unfazed by the pace. But a little first aid is needed on the ground.
That's Febe Malefula there going down. I think she needs a bit of treatment there.
Teams will use it as a chance to rethink their strategies. The 12th and 13th man over Malawi and Rwanda run on quickly. For Rwanda, they have the circle, the hurdle, the team hurdle is on again. You can call it the circle of trust. They've got to trust each other and back up their abilities. Time to work for their countries. Cricket has come a long way in Africa. East Africa started it all with women's cricket. Of course, after South Africa and Zimbabwe, the test playing nations are getting a bite at the cherry. Here now, you see the medical team moving on with the stretcher. Young Febe Malefula will take a rest. She's injured. Alinafe Alfonso will replace Febe Malefula, who is retired hat. Rwanda will be unfazed by what's happening all around. They'll save the stories for later. They have business and work to do. Some good music playing out there. Is that Franco the Great? Well, it's another piano hit.
Yeah.
The girls want to have fun, and the DJ here at the Botswana Cricket Association over number one, a beautiful facility with no less than 15 nets. Is giving the people a chance and something to cheer about. Belise Murakatete from the University End. Another one onto her pads. They run through quickly. It's leg buys.
Seems like there's a bit of a hit there on her thigh. You can actually see she's not actually comfortable there. I think she gets struck from the pace from Belis. I think Belis is actually bowling good hard balls, good fast balls. Like what you said earlier on, saying we are going to witness some good quick bowlers, pace bowlers from the Rwandan side. I think it's been quite impressive from the first over there. Looking forward to see these two batters in, putting some runs on the board. Obviously, they definitely need that. You can hear the cheer out from the dugout there from Malawian side, cheering the two batters there to stay focused, to stay in the game. That's Giovannis Uwase coming from the generator end, bowling her first ball.
Short ball, she bounces onto it and she chips in a dive to survive the chance for a second. She'll rise and run very hard. Don't come back for the third, my daughter. You will be in trouble there.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they can't be risking taking those risky runs if they're chasing a big score of a target of 189.
Solid from the youngster there.
This one went off, Lucy.
Febe Malifula is there to show that she can handle the pace after Lucy Bigula went off, retiring hurt with an injection of the PS bowler. Belise Marakatete. Here's Giovannis Uwase that is running all the way to the boundary. Those are wides, and not only wides 4 but 5 wides to the total. Mr. Wycliffe, the celebration, the cheering from the dugout of Malawi is on. You can hear it now.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is actually a good start for them, getting those extras, contributing to their score. I think they'll be actually happy, and also giving the two batters some motivation so that they actually stay in the game, which is a good thing to do, supporting your teammates. That's a short ball there. Actually, the good pace from Giovannis Uwase.
These two teams here playing in a virtual quarter-final. They believe whoever wins this one could have one foot in the semi-final. Their group is still wide open, but they know victory here keeps Rwanda on top of things, and they'll be in the semi-finals as group leaders. Malawi yet to lose. They won the opening day game against Mozambique. They were shedding tears of joy, not of sorrow. Got to thank the ICC Africa office for making sure this tournament is streamed across the globe. Another one goes through the keeper, and it's 4 runs, 4 byes. Berise, Makatete, Rosine and Cesare chase from fine leg and third man. They chase and play second fiddle. The keeper, Mavil Uwase, is guilty of letting those balls go right through her barrier. Hey, this is not the best of keeping. It's not the first time it's happened this much.
Yeah, definitely. You need to put your body behind to stop those extra balls. Even though the two bowlers so far, they're actually bowling with the much better pace, putting the effort on their ball. Another good ball there to end of the over. The second over, the score is 13 without loss.
I beg your pardon, it wasn't Meville Uwase keeping the wickets. It was Henriette Insimbi. Apologies to you, Uwase. I know Uwase is a young sister to one of the big boys in Rwandan cricket, the team manager of the men's team, and an umpire, and a man who is in charge of Uwachu Sports, Mr. Nzaisenga Jackson, who is getting married this weekend, by the way. Hey, Jackson, enjoy that holy matrimony, that holy union no one shall put apart what two have become. So says this Holy Scriptures. We continue with the business.
That's a good ball again from Beris. Showing some pace on her ball, putting some effort. I think that's definitely what the running squad and the dugout really needs, to see her bowling some quickies there. That's another quickie straight to the stumps.
Wicket time. Number 1 wicket falls for Rwanda. Rwanda have picked up a wicket. They will be celebrating that wicket because Beris Murakatete's pace was unplayable. Beris Murakatete bowling out there, the first wicket. All the Rwandan fans watching from Gahanga, the small little crowd there. From Gahanga, I know many more watching across the globe. The Rwandans in Uganda, Robert Mugisha, the former coach and then the player, all the way from Germany, as well as Srinath, the Rwanda Cricket Association official. Srinath, my man from India, is watching as well, enjoying this beautiful game. Berise Murakatete picks one, and walking into bat is Sungeni Kanaji, the player of the match for Malawi in their first game at this level.
And she's also the captain.
Small leading edge there. We'll go through.
That's a bye. That's a good pace from Beris. I think she's been actually bowling straight on the money since the first ball. I think we're looking forward straight, but the line which is bowling, she's actually bowling straight. Straight there. Straight and fuller. That's a no ball there, caught by the umpire. I think there was slightly a little bit of overstep there. Was actually a tall girl. So definitely yes, right there. I think on the landing she actually slightly goes above the line. Let's see the no ball how it goes now. Oh, that's a shot there, ball. Shot ball there blocked.
Pocket bullets. Monica Dipo has got to come in and bat. She will have a Sungeni Kanaji. Rwanda look like they want to have a short innings here. The conditions are still very hot, very humid.
Yeah, definitely. I think talking from Rwandan side, I think they'll be actually looking to bowl them out in less than 50 runs.
And here she comes. Right on the bunny.
That's a swing and a miss again, playing across the line.
See, there's a change in the keeper for Rwanda. Isimbi gives back the gloves to Uwase, Melville Uwase, sister to the bridegroom to be this weekend. Be a big party there in Kigali for Jackson Zaisenga. How I wish I was nearby. I would have loved to attend Jackson's wedding anytime, any day. But for now, it's the sister who is going to represent the country by turning in a shift behind the stumps. Go more good pace from Rwanda.
That's a very good ball there from Giovanni's Uwase. She has been actually good bowling those quickies there, bowling the same straight line. That's a wide ball there caught by the umpire. And the score moved to 16. Swing and a miss again. Slightly outside of the batter, trying to play across the line there. Monica Ndipo actually looking to put the score on the board. Another full ball there.
Was there for the hitting, asking to be hit. It was not hit.
And that brings the end of the over. And the score is 17 for 2 after 4 overs. What a slow start from the Malawian side.
Yes, and Malawi rightfully so. They've got to go about the business slowly. Look to get the KPIs sticking, the team strategy. It's not all about victory here for them. Need to have a plan they're working at. In the long run, everybody looks at victory, but so many teams here come here with the goals, primary targets.
Yeah, most definitely. Looking at Malawian side, so I heard that I think this their first match playing as a team, the first tournament ever. Looking compared to teams like Rwanda, they've been there for a long time. That's a swing and a miss again, straight to the stump. That the captain Suningi Kananji missing the full ball there. I think yes, Kananji, she's actually have a bigger role to play in her team, leading as a captain, batting number 3. I think definitely she'll be looking at scoring some runs on the board there. That's a good ball there, block ball there. And the new bowler is Terese. Herinet Terese Ishimwe. Shout of an LB there, then yes, it's given out. Ball's actually straight, and the captain's Kananji tried to flick it across the line, and he missed the whole ball. Strike to the stumps, and the umpire gives it out. She walks to the dugout with her head down. Here comes another new batter there. That's Lucy. She's back on after some huge blow on the thigh. Talking of Hernila Tesa Ishimwe, I think she was really impressive with the bat, and now she's back with the ball. Do you think she can scoop the man of the match in this match?
Everyone has his hat in the ring for this award.
That's a wide ball there caught by the umpire. To be looking forward to target those legs. See the line she's bowling there. She's actually trying to. There's a chance for a run out there. Some miscommunication between the two batters there. Monica Ndipo and Lucy trying to take those risky shots, risky runs. Just taking her guard again. What a good ball there from Herne Terese Ishimwe. She's been really good cricket all round with the bat, now she's with the ball. Oh, that's bowled him out. You missed a hit. That's Lucy Pikula. Bowled out now for 0 of 7 balls. Oh, anyway, they've been good with the ball here. I think that's what actually the running ladies need at this point. That was their game plan now, to bowl these guys out as quickly as possible. And the new batter is Elias Chiralile, and that brings the end of the over. The score is 18 for 4. And the Malawian side is sitting on 18 runs. It's actually really a slow start for them compared to the Rwanda ladies. They were actually right there from the first ball. But yeah, I think Malawian side, they actually need 1 or 2 partnerships here. They can actually get to the score.
Big shout right there. Nothing of it and on it behind. Rosine Herrera, new bowler, turning it. That's inside edge. The chase is on. Will she stop it? Yes, she does very well to stop that ball. Berise Morakatete showing her athleticism in the field. Good backup there from Melville. Uwase.
Yeah, she's been actually pretty good with the ball in the field now. She's running hard. The way she runs, that was the same way she runs. Running to the ball, the swing and the miss there from Monica Ndipo. I think definitely they'll be looking at want to score the bigger shots.
It's the last over of the power play. How many can they get?
I think now so far, since there's 4 balls just bowled, only putting 2 runs. I think the remaining 2 balls, I think they're going to be 2 dots, making it 2 runs from that over. That's a quick single there. Misfield there from the mid-off. Managed to scoop a 1 run there. What good awareness from the 2 batters there, Monica Ndipo and Elias. And then that's the last ball of the power play. That's a full toss there, blocked straight to cover. That's the end of the power play, and the score is 21 for 4.
John.
Thank you very much,
For my top order batter, for my leggy, for my medium pacer.
Yeah, I got a dabble in a bit of everything.
Now I coach one half of the Mokokwe twins. I saw your brother, I could hardly tell the difference. I was only lucky I had seen you early in the morning wearing a red shirt. Just the other day. It was Super Sunday here. But well, business time here. Henrietta Ishimwe coming through. She got 2 wickets in the last over. She has a huge bludgeoning reputation. Henrietta Ishimwe, she was invited to play in the Fairbreak International just a couple of months ago. She played for the Bamiami and she picked up a wicket on her first ball in the Fairbreak International against big stars from England, Australia, West Indies. She was mixing and mingling at the table of women in cricket.
Yeah, she's got a lovely action. Must be a coach's dream, really. Comes nicely over the top there. Very simple. Doesn't really exert too much onto her body, too much stress onto the body there. Slower ball. Nice to see a bit of variation as well from her.
Definitely yes. And she's always happy. I like her celebrations. They're full of life. She celebrates like calling everyone to come and give her bear hugs.
So what's the nature of the relationship between Giselle and Henrietta?
They're namesakes. Ishimwe.
So no relation in terms of blood?
The namesakes.
Yeah.
No relationship whatsoever. Just teammates and namesakes. And from the same tribe.
It's the end of the over there. Malawi 22 for 4 after 7. The off-spin has shown a lot of control here. That's something I've noted, that she bowls very, very straight, wicket to wicket.
Here she comes, Rosine Urera.
She's generally there and about, around the stumps, around the wickets. You miss, she hits.
Hit in the gap, they'll run. Malawi desire to run every time they make connection. And they rightfully so. It's all about running. It's all about runs. If you can't get runs on the board, you're not a cricketer. Ishimwe means thanks or praise. It's a Lord's name. So
very nice to know that.
So, in other words, you could say Gisela or Henrietta are gifts that never stop giving.
Shiralile trying to find her way against the off-spinner here. Field is mostly tight in there. Irere giving her absolutely no pace to work with. She's going to have to find a way to generate a bit of pace off the ball there. Top over there again from Irere. End of the over, Malawi 23 for 4 after 8 overs.
They need another 12 overs is what they have remaining. And they have just 23. They need another 164 runs from where only God knows.
Yeah, I think they found it very difficult to deal with the pace of the opening bowlers up front. was highly difficult for them to navigate that. Possibly something they haven't come across too much in their careers, in their short careers so far. They can only get better from here.
That his dugout was getting low and lower on her. When he spoke to Sungeni Kanaji the other day, she was very honest, saying that many of them didn't know how to hold a bat just a couple of months ago.
Run out chance there. Fielders choosing the wrong end. Yeah, she was very open and honest about it. As we've seen with a few of the other teams as well, Mozambique as well, still learning their craft. The ladies will only get better for sure.
And for them to be here, to be able to play and pick up a win, a historic one in their country's history, on the first match, tells you a lot about the character of these Malawians.
True, you know. Sensational shot there through the covers. Ndipo going through the covers there with some power.
Monica Ndipo gives her dugout something to cheer about. It's all about color. And the girls that are playing in this particular event, the 9-nation qualifier, are adding spice to the event by cheering their mates, which every run the boundaries even bring more joy.
Something that Whitelef and I touched on a bit earlier was the conditioning of the Ugandan girls. You could see that they've worked very, very hard on their conditioning, able to run those 1s and 2s very hard and perform at an elite level. They seem like a very well drilled side. Their coach is doing a very exceptional job on them. End of the over, 27 for 4. 9 overs completed. Herrera to continue from the generator end. She starts with the wide there to Chiralile.
Rosine Herrera must find control with her. She's got a small run-up. She'll be bowling extras off such a run-up. But she's bowling a tough art. Trying to bowl some leg breaks. Hit high up in the air. Who wants it? There's a misfield. They run through for the first very hard. Coming back for the second. Do they get home safe and dry? Yes, they do.
Malawi fighting hard here, definitely giving it a go, not just sitting on their laurels. Showing some good character.
T20 cricket, such a mystery for many. You snooze, you lose. You snooze 1 over, 2 overs, you lose. You miss out on a freebie.
Oh, clean ball there. Chiralile. Herrera will be very, very happy with that, going through the defenses of the batter. Coming in next for Malawi will be Katrina Chingaipe. Score sitting at 30 for 5. Dot first up to Shingaipe. The Malawian batters have to recognize that despite it being difficult, there's still chances to score there. It's a spinner, there's no fielders back. Pierce the gap, there's a couple of opportunities to score there.
All they have to do is guide it along the way to go to the boundary.
Every single fielder for Rwanda there in the 30. That's the end of the over. 31 for 5.
That one for 5.
10 overs completed.
Sounds of Kiss Daniel and Techno coming through there. I love this West African music. And these girls have been blaring them in the hotel there in Havana Resort on the day of yesterday.
Yeah, I must be honest, I find them highly enjoyable as well. Thank you for pointing out the sugarcane one. They're definitely one I'll be pumping in my house and my car.
There's another one there of Kiss Daniel saying low, 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 and Rwanda trying to make things look very low for Malawi, dimming the lights.
Yeah.
Like in a discotheque. One technical aspect I find out every time the Malawians play, the bottom hand comes into play and the ball is going onto the onside. There's no power from the front hand to muscle it to the offside.
Yeah, you'd find that a lot with these emerging players. Scoring on the offside is going to be something that they need to learn, and it comes with time.
Again.
As you'll see there, the natural swing of a right-hand bat is to now from off to leg. So generally they want to score on the leg side, and therefore not giving themselves an opportunity on the offside. Clearly an opportunity, another one there to go through, punch it through the offside. And that was a difference as well I saw. I believe it was Henriette played a luscious cover drive early on through the covers, and I thought, wow, you don't see that too often at this level of development from these girls. So it was evident there that, because it was my first look as well at this Rwandan team, and I've been very, very impressed at their batters. It's clear that they've spent some time, they've played a lot of cricket together, and they understand their games.
And for me, it's a well-coached side. The work done by Martin Suji back in Kigali, Rwanda, the Kenyan legend who played alongside your coach here, Joseph Angara, a hero of 3 World Cups, alongside Leonard Namburo, a man who has been tailor-made to coach women's cricket. He was coaching women in Zimbabwe. He was hired by Namibia to coach the women's team, and right now he's the coach for Rwanda women's under-19 and senior team. The expatriates are earning their top dollar. You pay top dollar, you get top drawer stuff from everybody else.
11 overs completed, 32 for 5. Yeah, we can definitely testify to the Kenyan magic working in our setup as well. Coach Joseph Angara deserves a lot of credit for the work he's done, right from the grassroots level for the women, right down to the national teams as well, both men and women. He's had a very, very special touch on our country's cricket. Deserves a lot of credit. We cannot praise him enough. Yeah, were they not part of the 2010, him and Martin as well, part of that 2010 World Cup side in South Africa? Was it 2010 or was it 2002? I believe it might have been 2003 World Cup in South Africa. Plenty of legends in that side.
With him with an immaculate, meticulous bowling run-up, like as if climbing uphill, getting to bowl in that semi-final against India and picking up the wicket of Sachin Tendulkar there, Joseph Angara. What a legend. He's also bowled legends like Saurav Ganguly, the president of BCCI right now. You mentioned the name of Angara and the Indians immediately recognize him because of what havoc he's wreaked in their dugout before.
Yeah. Ndipo using her feet there, very nice to see early on. Very enterprising. She's still trying to get some runs there. Lots of energy, lots of heart here from Malawi and Ndipo.
She's not afraid to dance down the wicket. Runs are desired.
Oh. Not great fielding there. One down too long off there by Ndipo. Yeah, that Angara spell, I found out about it late. I actually went and had to look at it on YouTube to the Indian side. That was a very, very special spell there. And despite all of those achievements, such a humble man as well. Son of the soil, true son of the soil.
So and you look back.
33 for 5, 12 overs completed. Joining me again in the comm box here, I've got Florence, one of our senior national team ladies as well. How are you, Flo?
I'm okay, how are you?
Oh, very well, enjoying the cricket here.
So am I.
Conditions much cooler now in the day.
Definitely when the sun is about to set,
Yeah,
it's really good.
highly enjoyable here.
I was watching the game from our side. First few overs, pretty fast track.
In terms of the Rwandan side, they're bowling?
Definitely the Rwanda side's bowling. Couple of injuries, but Malawi seems to pull through.
Yeah, I think those two opening bowlers were quite lightning, quick. Bodes well for their future in their cricket.
Definitely. I know the opening bowler, I faced it myself a couple of times. Not an easy one to be dealt with, I tell you. So it's definitely a privilege for Malawi to play with such an experienced player.
Interesting. Dot ball there. When you get the time, I'd just like to learn about your story. How did you come about playing cricket as a young Botswana girl? We had no under 19s back then, so it's very interesting. You went straight into the nationals, or how? Just give us a bit of. Oh, and Deepo run out there.
A direct hit.
Direct hit there by Giselle at mid-off.
I've played with Giselle as well. She's definitely known for those direct hits. It's as if they put a training board for her. Get those direct hits coming.
Yeah, that was top skill there. Malawi slipped to 35 for 6.
By the looks of it, Rwanda just seems to be playing to enjoy. It looks like the game is all wrapped up in terms of the expected run rate and the current run rate.
Yeah, the new batter is number 13, Mercy Kudimba. There's a lot to work with Ndipo there, Monica Ndipo. I was very impressed with her technique, her intent. She handled herself well. She'll feel very bad that she ended it all with a run out, but she can hold her head high. Chingaipe on strike.
At least they crossed the not giving the new batter.
Yeah, she'll appreciate
Some
having a bit of a look first.
Definitely. Great technique from the Malawi batters though. The drives, they're pretty much clean, although they're not making any contact.
Yeah, all the foundations are there. I think it's just about more exposure for them. They can only get better and better.
A little flick to the leg, but they hesitate to run. It looks like square leg moved a few steps in there, because I saw that a couple of those runs were definitely in that position.
End of the over here. I've got 34 for 6 after 13. The new batter, Mercy Kudimba, will be on strike there. To finish off here will be Herrera to continue at the generator end. Oh, it's Sylvia. Lovely.
A chance for a catch, and she misfields it. Will it go all the way to the boundary? Malawi managed to steal 2 runs. I tell you, Rwanda's been doing quite well.
Yeah, unfortunately there has been a bowling change there. Herrera was taking out the attack. Coming in is Sylvia Usabi Imana.
Malawi not really looking to charge at Rwanda. And another one bites the dust for Malawi.
Yeah, Chingaipe going across the line there. Very clear strategy by the Rwanda spillers. They're just going to bowl straight and force any player to hit across the line.
It was definitely a clean bowled. The ball was right there on the off stump. It's a pity and a shame that the batsman could not see that. It was a little full and it kept low. She wanted to score those runs at the same position as the previous ball, but it kind of beat her to a little bit of that speed. And coming in is Linda Ziende. Maybe she'll do better. Beautiful flight there. She could have charged and moved out of her crease. I mean, the overs are gone.
I think when they look back at the highlights of the game and things like that, that's one area that they'll look at. They could have put a bit more pressure on the Rwandan spinners. Pitch not really doing a lot for the spinners. Spinners just bowling wicket to wicket. And that's the end of the over. 36 for 7 after 14. So that's an area that I think they could definitely target as a potential area in this bowling attack. You'd want to target the spinners. They are highly accurate. They do bowl full and straight. But if you're brave enough to use your feet, you can reap some rewards.
Definitely, we see Malawi here struggling with the pace bowlers as well as the slower bowlers. You might be wondering what the strategy for Malawi is at this point. A loud appeal there, but the umpire, Mr. Justin, shakes his head. Cesare coming in.
Cesare Muragijimana coming in here from the duck pond end. Lots of spring in her step. She'll want to bag a wicket for her country.
And the Malawi batsman seems to be stuck, not knowing what to do. The balls are coming straight to her. Not really sure which choice of a selection of her shots would she take at this point.
Very close to the leg stump there. Yeah, it's one of the difficult things. If you look at the infield there, the fielders are pressing there. They're on the press. So no real opportunities for the drop and run. Forcing you to generate a bit of power yourself and try to pierce through that offside.
And you can definitely see from the end of the first power play as well as the second, Rwanda not looking to extend the field at all. I mean, at this point, they find it pointless to open up the field when they're not even scoring anything in between the 30.
Yeah, credit to Giselle Ishimwe, the captain, recognizing that we really need to keep the pressure on here and get more wickets. End of the first over there for Murugijimana. 36 for 7 after 15.
Rwanda looking for a second win. Being left to face Tanzania, I'm sure they're going to walk into that game with a head held high.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the top clashes of the tournament, really. Two very on-form sides with very strong batting lineups and good spinners.
Both the teams have a wicket-to-wicket kind of a bowling style.
Very true.
So most of the runs are definitely going to be coming off the bat.
Good intent there by Zienda, recognizing a little something that she can land shot to. Unfortunately, just a dot. They have to still remain positive and try to get a few runs away here. Sylvia Usibai Mana giving it a lot of air there, tempting the batter. I think potentially she also recognized that it's also an opportunity to hopefully buy a wicket, maybe. As they say, some of the lower order batters tend to light up when the ball gets thrown up in the air. Their eyes light up and they want to go for a big hit.
You're definitely right about that. She's been doing the same shot for the past 3 deliveries and she's at it again. And a misfield there at deep mid-wicket, managing to squeeze in 2 runs, and unfortunately there was a run-out chance, but the keeper misses it. I have to say it's not her fault. The throw wasn't a bit direct.
Yeah, Zienda getting back there. Bit of pain there on the dive. Oh, not looking great here for Malawi. They would not want a second injury here.
These girls are young. They have a few fragile bones. A little tick. We will be sending the medic into the field, giving a break to the fielding team and to the batting team as well.
Yeah, with some of them having very limited preparation time, you'd find that physical conditioning is going to be a challenge. Things like hamstrings and groins are going to really be tested.
You're right about that, especially when they're looking for those 2s and 3s. The ball is coming faster to the keeper's gloves, and they have to keep the score ticking as well.
Yeah.
So they're really stretching themselves here for the country, not wanting to go home without anything in their hands. A little bit wide off the mark for Sylvia there. I have to say she has been bowling straight to the pads, but it's quite natural for that to happen. Once you try to at least try something different to get a wicket, usually that happens.
Dot ball to end there. Malawi 41 for 7. 16 overs completed. Yeah, I always look at it and say, what is a win? What can you get out of it? Even in a hopeless situation, or situation that seems too far gone, there's always a little win that you can get psychologically for your side going forward, be it a 6 or a 4 or something like that. I'm always looking for things like that as well. Put pressure on a bowler, something like that, just to bring some joy to the change room. It's very important.
It really is, and it also helps the team that goes home to have a little bit of exposure and experience
Yeah,
to gather back home and learn from.
Yeah, and that's how I look at it here. I'm really happy to see Chingaipe and Zienda really going for it and trying to get some runs and put a lot of pride on that badge. They are very, very proud cricket side.
A misfield there at mid-off from Belisi gives Malawi a single.
And something like that comes from the intent that they're looking to search. They're not just sitting there and pitching a tent. They're saying, no, look, we're going to try and put you under pressure as a bowler. And that bodes really, really well. Says a lot about them as a team. They've got a lot of character, led very well by their skipper, Kananji. Oh, she'd want to play a bit straight on these. Like I say, I'm really loving the intent. I'm loving the what they're trying to get out of it, at least. They're fighting hard, even to the end.
You're right, they really are. But that misfield from Belisi, if this was a close game, it could have costed Rwanda a little bit.
Yeah, they won't be happy with that. Also, a catch going down in the deep. Little things like that, they'd want to tie it up. They're a very proud nation as well. Very well drilled. Ooh.
An appeal to the LB, and the umpire nods his head.
Unlucky for Zienda there, that ball was pretty straight.
And
the
that
joys
is
of
something.
bowling wicket to wicket.
And that is something Zizari has been doing, bringing the ball closer and closer to the batsman's pads, as she finally gets it. And coming in to replace her will be that'll be Sofina
Chanawa. Linda Zayenda there, showing a lot of character and courage.
Rwanda already ready to bowl the delivery there. Malawi with only 2 wickets in hand. This is going to be a tough fight for them. I have to say the overs are gone. 16 overs gone. They're not even halfway throughout the score.
Yeah, it's about personal pride really, and saying how do we want to go down as a side.
A little mishap there, some communication between the leg umpire and the main umpire. Curious as to what they're talking about. In the middle there. And as it happens, it might be about the shirt number. Scorers might be having the shirt number she's wearing as a sub.
Oh yes.
And I was definitely right about that.
Yeah, well picked up there. Stella Charles now coming in here. Somebody else?
No,
What that is?
no, it's hers. But a little correction there. Stella does come in to replace Sofina. Cesare charges again. A clean golden duck.
Top bowling here by Muragijimana.
And that marks the end of the 17th over. She was on a hat-trick ball.
That ends the game at 42 for 9. Malawi did have their opener injured in the first over there, taking a hit on the ribs. It appears she won't be coming back. Top game here by Rwanda. The big victory margin here over Malawi. Malawi would not hold their heads up here. They really played exceptionally well.
A secured win for Rwanda. 2 out of 2. Waiting to face the neighbors Tanzania.
Yeah, it's going to be a clash of the titans there.
Uganda
Lots
secure.
of cricket to come still.
Yeah, Uganda with a secured spot to the semis. They're winning a 3 out of 3. The ones in yellow, the ones in green, and the ones in blue. It is going to be a deadly fight to the final. It's going to be such an interesting match between Rwanda and Tanzania.
Match summary here. Malawi all out here. First up here, Rwanda scoring a total of 175. Top scorer there for them was Giselle, scoring 43 runs of 35 balls. I beg your pardon, 71 from Henriette Ishimwe, scoring 71 there, 49. 43 well supported there, over 100 run partnership with Giselle. Giselle adding 43 for herself. Contributions down the order with 18. From the bowling side of Malawi, we had some top spells there. We had the opener Lucy Milano getting 1 wicket there for 42 runs in her spell. You had Alfonso Afani getting one wicket as well, conceding only 23 runs there in scoring rate of 5.75 there. Not too much to speak of there in terms of huge runs there being added there by Rwanda. In response to that, Malawi mastered 42 all out. Top scoring for them was Monica Ndipo with 11 of 30 balls. From a bowling side for Rwanda, 2 wickets for Henriette, 2 wickets for Muragijima at the end there, bowling her 2 overs for 1 run. Join us again for the post-match presentation in just a few minutes.
to go? Alright, that was a good game there by Rwanda, scoring 175 runs and Malawi failing to get there by only giving 42. But congratulations to both our teams. Malawi winning the toss and electing to field first. We have some great performances, but first let me call in the captain for Malawi just to give him a few words. How did winning the toss work out for you today?
It was good.
It was a good one. Was it your intention to field, or was there a slight change when you got to the middle of the pitch there?
Sorry. Yeah, udawina just like una visa njiro zodani. So can you ask the question?
I'm saying, how was it winning the toss for us
Okay.
from Malawi?
Ndani ngati bwanji kuti wine toss ndi program yako unapangira wewe.
Okay.
Uyankule ziyangana.
Okay. Can you come again?
Toss udawina toss. Yeah. Unalizodani. Unalizodani. Panga kusanga plan yako toss. Kuti ndiyambe bowling ndakubwerera mutu ndiyani.
Okay. Kuti ndisankhe bowling chimene ndibwera mutu chonazo kuti tikasankha bowling imapezeka zokuti timakhala sitinatope nde maplayer anga manena kuti tikawina toss tiyambe bowling chifukwa timakhala ndi mphamvu kwambiri.
So basically, like when it was because they started. Yes, thank you. They started bowling because it was the plan that they wanted to set a score so that they can chase it, but it didn't work out with the plan they had, and they didn't execute the shots that they wanted to, and to chase the score down. It was really difficult for them to cover the runs that Rwanda scored. So, but it was the game plan that they wanted. You know, even in the previous game, they just wanted to bowl first, and then they can chase the score.
Alright, so how was the experience so far? This is the first time facing Rwanda. Anything some notes you'd like to take from the team?
Yeah, nditaya nuyamba kumana ndi Rwanda nde ababa ndi kuti maphunzira nde mautengabo chani pomenya ndi Rwanda ine.
Okay. Tatengapo zinthu zambiri monga ngati ma quick change amapanga changu, bowling amabola fast, kuvunga mpira kwa keeper fast, zose amapanga fast.
Yeah, so basically they were good at quick change. The bowling attack was proper, was good, was fast, and then even in the fielding they were not that sloppy. They were quick, fast, turn, and then throwing to the keeper. So they've taken a couple of things that they would, when they go back home, they work on that as well.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And now to call on the captain of the winning team today, Giselle, who is also playing for the senior ladies team at such a young age, such a role model to the young ones. How are you, Giselle?
I'm good.
You lost the toss, but you managed to get 175 runs on the score. How does that feel for you?
Yeah, we are feeling good because when you are winning the toss, we are choosing to bat.
Choosing to charge first.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a very, very young team with you, a few senior players. Did you teach them the same thing that you use with you on the senior team, or was it just straight from the bat with the coach?
So we are teaching them to doing very well for what we did.
All right, thank you. Although Malawi lost, we do have a recognizable chase from the batter. Monica scoring 11 runs from 30 balls. That is the only runs that we could get. And from Rwanda, we have two noticeable batting performances. Giselle, the captain, only missing 7 runs from her half century. But unfortunately, the man of the match goes to Henriette with 71 runs from 49 balls, having 10 fours. Congratulations to our umpire. Come out and give it. I want to give a shake as well.
Give it, no problem. You can give it, no problem.
It's yours to give.
Well done. Well done, well done. Well done.
Wait, you're not done. You're shining. It's time for you to tell us you got your man of the match. How does that make you feel?
I'm feeling good. I'm happy to take this trophy.
Was it your plan to attack from the get-go, or were you just going a ball at a time?
I was thinking to play a good cricket.
Good cricket played indeed. Thank you. Awesome. Have a lovely day, young ladies.
Mapile, stara gato we me man.